As I was growing up, it was very musical. My late grandpa, he played the ukulele. My late father played guitar, and all the uncles could play guitar. So it was a very guitar family, and they had their own band. But I was really small at the time. But it happened when my elder brother picked up the guitar. It's like I wanted to challenge him. At 6 years old, so a week after he picked up the guitar, I started fiddling, and I would creep into my uncle's room. We were living like kind of nearby in the kampung, so I would head down to my uncle's place, creep into his room when he's at work, and play his Congress acoustic guitar. And I got caught after a few days because I burst the string. That's when he caught me and made me start learning to play like whole chords, and the fingers get whacked if you don't hold them properly. But I was trying to challenge my elder bro. I was like, I'm gonna get you. Musicians can develop at a faster rate, at a faster speed. What took me like 8 to 10 years would take a teenager 2 years, 3 years max. Probably in 2 years. Now they're even faster and faster. But honestly, there is one element that they don't get to experience because of the technology, is the art of listening, which we had to do a lot. We had to like really listen, because there was no YouTubes, there were no guides, there were no tabs, no nothing. It was all either vinyl or cassette, and forward rewind or pulling the turntable back and forth, and really listening and making out the parts. What I would say is, if you were to take on the journey or become a journeyman in music, you have to leave everything behind. That means you got to quit your day job. I never had a day job for the life of me, so I was totally focused. It's like really eat, sleep, live, breathe music. Really make it. Music is life. You really embrace that saying. When you say music is life, you really got to embrace it. Then you understand the struggle. I won't have an argument if he's committed. If he can give me the commitment as a band member, if you can put out the same commitment levels with or without a day job, hats off to you. It's like that's how you manage your responsibilities. I would just salute. I would like that. But there are cases where many cases that I face actually, musicians with good day jobs, paying well, so they don't treat the night gig seriously. Come to rehearsals unprepared. It's sad, but what it's life. Then we look for that guy that's really committed. You always want to find that real guys with the same frequency, same mentality come together. Oh, we had incidents where like a certain musician doesn't turn up at all, unannounced, without notice. I mean, I've had cases where we have a certain member in the band who would call us or SMS or at least let us know, dude, I'm going to be late, or this thing happened, I got to be here for the time being, or it could be a family member in hospital. Far back as I early started doing club gigs, we've always had a good challenge. I would take it as a good challenge. If I'm going to say that they came and stole our jobs, that's not the way I went about it. Me and the guys back then, I was in bands like Foreign Policy. The name really said Foreign Policy. So what we did was, when we put up against bands like say from other countries, I'm not against any country, against any foreign band, we would always watch them, see their strength, we create our strength, like something that complements without being the same, because you don't want to phase out each other. It's entertainment, so both bands are always at their best. So when they try to follow us, we blend away again. So it's like jumping genres. If they are good in rock, we come out with funk. They jump to funk, we go alternative, or we go dance pop. Music is universal. That's the beauty about it. Yes, they can be cheaper and are more affordable to most bosses in Singapore. But something about our local musicians, for those who are working hard, and still there are breeds of generations, like some of the boys in Timber, a couple of bands in Clarke Quay who are working hard. Good local bands. That is evident for musicians, especially like those with a day job. Most of them would take the night gig not so seriously, and that would lead to their own downfall in terms of musical standards or tightness of a band or the delivery in general. And you come up against a bunch of foreigners who travel hundreds or thousands of miles away from home, away from families, with a do or die attitude. But that do or die attitude, you come up against me, I have it. I've always had it. To me, being in a band is do or die. We do our best in music to entertain and make sure that we keep our flag, our local flag, flying high. 2013 was a defining year. I had my second heart attack because I didn't take my meds for 6 years. So it clogged up again. I was in the ambulance and everything was numbed up. Hands were like, I could move, but you like didn't have any more strength. It's like the bed was like going low, to a point where I felt I was being pulled out, and I just told him, if you're gonna take me straight. Don't leave me half or with partial abilities. If you send me back my full abilities. And he did send me back my full abilities, because within 2 hours of replacing the valve or replacing the stent, I was actually back to normal. My BP everything was back to normal. Started playing things that I've always thought impossible. Just push myself. It's like that second chance given, don't waste it, make the best of it. Play with your heart, play with your soul, do something crazy, have fun. If I had advice for any young musicians who really want to pursue the journey, right now there's so much access to information, there's so much access to knowledge in music. Embrace it. If you can live the life that most full-time musicians do, really embracing it, really putting practice into it, try to do it. But I guess something that I mentioned earlier, the art of listening. So you're learning songs, you're learning anything, a syllabus. Listen. It's like, yeah, play, but also listen to your playing. There are times where you need to give space to let your note set in the music. So the word listen is powerful. It applies all the time. Sometimes even I forget. We have to remind ourselves, always listen. If your parents are against it, if based on today's what's available today, I will suggest you get yourself school in music. Like take up rock and Trinity rock and pop. Show them that hey, that's a grade 5. You know you got a cert. That way you win them over. That by showing them music has an advancement. It's not just about talking about it or making noise.